Hello farmers and welcome back to American Falls. I am selling silage in the month of February because the price is still pretty darn good, and actually I think it's better than it was when I sold it in December. It was better when I sold it in January. I mean, not that much better, but yeah, $1.90 currently for the price of silage. So I sold about 41,000 liters in January, and I think today this will be 50,000 liters of silage that I'm selling. Our silo still has about 40,000 liters of grass to ferment. Will I sell some in March? Who knows? We'll see how the price is. I fed the birds some sorghum using the same trailer as I did before. I leased it, and when I was bringing it back to the farm, I was thinking I should just buy that. It's only $3,000, and it's probably the right trailer for us to feed the birds because we're not going to get more birds in the pen, and it'll be kind of weird once we do get our own trailer, which will probably be around like a 30, maybe a 40,000 liter trailer. That's what I'm kind of shooting forward to begin with. Just to get like what do the birds take? Like 800 liters at most. Let's see, it's 300. Yeah, we'll say it's about 800 liters that they can take. Just to put 800 liters of feed in there in a trailer to go feed them. Using a big trailer just look kind of ridiculous. So I think next time I'll just buy the trailer for like $3,000. And we'll use that to feed the birds. As for contracts, currently there are none in the month of February. I'm a little bit surprised about that. I was kind of hoping maybe to be maybe a plowing contract or something coming up. January there was nothing. Maybe February there'll be nothing either. As for the store, there are a couple of interesting items in there, but I really need to save up to get ourselves a beefier tractor. So when we start buying our own implements for our fields, we have something that can pull it. Landini is capable of hauling some of the big stuff, but it's really putting a lot of stress on it, and we're really not benefiting from getting the bigger equipment because we can't go at the regular working speed that it needs to. So probably just best wait for a nice bigger tractor. Not the Krone Big M. This was kind of interesting. It is a 300 horsepower tractor. But basically this is for logging. Now I do want to do some logging more here, but not enough to where I want to spend all my money on getting that right there. We do have a lime spreader / fertilizer spreader. I could get that. It's only 15 grand. But yeah, the working width is only at best 18 meters when I can use the Kubota, and that's a 42 meter wide. And I can get that to hold 10,000 liters, and currently I think this one's a 9,000. Of course, I can upgrade it to, I think it goes up to what, a 20? 14. Oh, I think I'm thinking of Stevie's mod that goes up to 20. Is that as big as it goes? I mean, 14,000 liters is still pretty good. Then I was thinking about buying this weed sprayer. When I saw the price was only 21,000, but it does not have the See and Spot sprayer. If I put that on there, that bumps the price up to 60, so we'll hold off onto that. Also, the greenhouses are still going. Hopefully they go for a few more months as well. And currently, as I said, no contract. So I guess we're just going right into the month of March unless something changes. I will bring you back. I mean, some good contracts may come up, but really, I want to get to March and plant our oats in the field right across the way, right over there. The one that used to be the sorghum field. So yeah, I'll keep you updated if anything happens. If not, I will see you in the morning of March, and we will be working in our own field. Oh, sure. Now there's a great demand at this bale selling station. Is it for silage? Not that it matters. I just sold it all. But no, it is not for silage. So I don't know what it's for because that price is starting to go down. Anyways, let me just double check here. No contracts. So yeah, I think I'm going to see you in the month of March unless a nice size tractor comes up for sale for less than 120,000 because that's what I got. Well, I'm getting some good sleep. At least I hope so. I checked the calendar because I was just wondering, and of course we start the morning with rain. Yeah, I'm kind of used to cotton being able to be planted in February, but on American Falls, cotton cannot be planted. Ooh, we got some fertilizing contracts. Not that great paying ones, so not too worried about it. And yeah, there they go. Pretty darn quick as contracts come and go. But yeah, I was checking the calendar. Cotton cannot be planted in American Falls until April or May. So nothing can be planted in February. Well, actually, December, January, and February. Absolutely nothing. So that's probably why no contracts. Well, the weather is not looking too good for us. Let's see. The contracts, as for seed, yeah, okay, they're disappearing rather quick. Field 25. I'm going to have my own drill. I think field 25 is going to be a decent one. You want oilseed radish in field number 25. Where is 25? Is that a contract I'm going to want to do? It's got to be down here somewhere, right? Oh, right here. Oh, I know. Yeah, that is a pretty decent sized field. In the store, we do have a case. Ooh, this is the header we need. The 45-foot flex head. The Landini, of course, they give me a tractor I already own. Well, there is a T9. I mean, that's a little bit more than what we need. I mean, 44% off the header. Well, since there is no tractor, I think... Wait a minute. How come that shows up as a New Holland? Here it says case. Pardon me? I mean, it should work. It'll work on our combine. It'll just be a weird color combo. Why? That's not a modded one. That's the in-game one. But when it comes in here, maybe it'll be different when we buy it. But either way, I don't care. It does say 13.7 meter. Okay, yeah, I think that's Case Agriculture. Yeah, we'll just go ahead and buy it for the $48,979. So I was not expecting that in the shop today, but there we go. So our money is down somewhat. Oh, yeah, that's right. I was going in there to actually go ahead and lease our drill for the day. Last year we used the Avatar. I think we'll have to downsize it some and go with the Pronto. 200 horsepower. Yeah, we just didn't... I think it's a 225 horse we got. Is that a direct drill? That is a direct drill. But it doesn't fertilize when it drills. So let's just go with the horse Pronto. And seeds, ridge marker, license plate. I definitely want it to make sure seed and fertilizer. I got to make sure we got that. Let's go ahead and lease it. How much to lease it? $6,000 to lease just to plant one field. It stings, but it's what you got to do. It's what you got to do. All right, well, I'm going to go down to the store. The header can stay there, but I will be interested to see. I'm pretty sure it will be the New Holland just because. But, so it was the New Holland header, so it's just going to look kind of weird when we harvest, but at least this season, when harvesting contracts come up, I can use my own combine. Yeah, I'll put wear and tear on our combine, but there's plenty of wear and tear already on it. So, no big deal. But before, since I didn't have a header for our combine, and if I leased it, every hour I went over, I would pay more of a fee. So now we got our own setup. If a big field comes up, I don't have to borrow equipment, but I don't have a trailer yet to transport the grain. We'll work on that. I should have some seed, and I probably don't have any fertilizer out, but we got some seed over here. Let's grab what we have. Not close enough. Okay, we'll get a little bit closer. I am going to wait for the rain to stop. We'll fast forward time. I don't want to be planting in the rain. This may actually fill the drill, and it does. Meanwhile, let me just double check on the contracts. I'm sure they've been changing. All right, well, currently there are no contracts, so let's not worry about it. What time is the rain supposed to stop, though? 9 o'clock? Well, we can manage that. If only in real life you could speed up time once in a while if you wanted to. Okay, it says it stopped raining, but it hasn't really stopped raining. There we go. Now it's stopping. Almost. And we'll double check on the contracts again. Alright, well, maybe I won't be doing any contracts today. So I guess we're working only in our field. Where is the fertilizer part of it here? I'm only trying to get the fertilizer part of the drill and the trigger. Alright, so let me try. Okay, I hit the wrong button. Didn't want to do that. Oh, there we go. Now I found it. Alright, I have to remember how to pull forward somewhere like right about there. Alright, we're all set to go. And the good thing is if I need to fill up, I'm only got to come back to the farm here. So no contracts. Alright. Well, we'll get our field drilled. Now I really don't have to worry too much about what I plant because we'll have the harvester, we got the header. I don't have to worry about, leasing a header and try to get everything done in the same month. But since I already got my mind set on oats being planted, that's what we're planting. So last year, yeah, we planted sorghum in this field with the Avatar, which is the big brother of the Pronto. This is a 6-meter wide, and we used a 12-meter wide one last year. Direct drill should go right on through that, which it does. And last year we were planting at a whopping 4 to 5 miles an hour. Downhill, I think we hit 6. So even though it was double the working width, we were not going too fast. So this may actually get the job done quicker. So surprisingly, I was saving all my money that we could to get ourselves hopefully a tractor with about 350, 380 horsepower, somewhere in that range. I think that'll be good for what we're doing here in the beginnings of American Falls. I don't think we really need to get anything bigger. We could always get multiple ones if we wanted to. But yeah, I think the Avatar drill is what we're looking for. And I'm kind of, I've been thinking about getting ourselves a Fendt in the future, but we're just going to have to take what comes up for sale in the store. But now that we got an additional field on the farm, we should be able to make a little bit more profit this season. That crop was already planted for us, which was wheat. And we took care of that field last episode in the month of November or December that we did it. So soil sampled, put some fertilizer down, put some lime down. So the yield's going to be as best as it possibly can be. Yeah, this may be a little bit quicker than it was last year to drill this field. As for the greenhouses, I'm not sure if I want to. I mean, it's not that expensive to lease the water tanker and fill those up with water because they will go for a while. But if I ever come up short like $30,000 on something, we'll just sell the greenhouses. Because eventually that's where some of our production buildings are going to go. At some point. Doesn't look like it's going to be this in-game season. Oh yeah, I didn't check on the birds because now it's been a few months. I just want to see where the eggs spawn. Did we got egg? Wait, what? I just fed them. I literally just fed them. I better put this on hold because they will eventually die if I don't feed them with the enhanced animal mod. Let's go ahead and we're going to buy this. This is a small trailer. All right. sorry. I'm just sitting here thinking of what's going on here. So they didn't is it because they're full-grown adults now? They're going through more food? Daily food 416? That's probably it. Because I think before it was like at 350. Now it's 415. So they may not be able to go a full 2 months. Yeah, their health is at 0. Let's go get our Voltra. Let me drop that on down. All right, we'll go get our small little trailer. I mean, I wanted it anyways. I don't think it was going to come up for sale. All right, let's go feed our birds. That is a priority number 1 right now. Stop the drill. Stop everything. Drop everything. Let's go get this trailer. Wow, I'm glad I thought about this checking on the eggs. I am double thinking. I mean, I may have even shown it in the beginning of the episode. I think I did record it, of me feeding the birds in the middle of winter with the snow on the ground. That was January, February, March. So it's only been 2 months. Yeah, so I guess when they reach adulthood, they just go through the food a lot quicker. Because before, they were going like 3 or 4 months. Anyways, I'll go grab the trailer, come back. Now we'll have the trailer on site at all times. So I'll just have to remind myself maybe once every month. Definitely every 2 months. Gotta feed the birds. Coming back, it just looks like a interesting little setup with a Voltra with narrow tires. And looks like a kiddie trailer. But it'll get the job done. We got more than enough feed for the birds. Now, they don't need all of this, but I'm just going to fill it up and make it easier. Get that feed in there before. I'll have to double check as well because I didn't look when the morning came. I should have got a notification that the bird's health was down to 0. I think I got a couple of hours once it does to go ahead and feed them. Oh, and the eggs just spawn right there. Okay. I'm just wondering, though, when I fed them in January with snow on the ground, I wonder if that somehow, because I didn't check to see if the trough was full. I just dumped in the sorghum, and when it stopped, I just took off. I'm wondering if the snow somehow made so not enough feed went in there. Yeah, I gotta look at this again. Yeah, only holds 750, and daily food's 418. So they cannot even go 2 months. So yep, we'll have to feed them every month. And actually, we'll leave this grain right in the trailer because I'm going to need that next morning. Probably shouldn't leave it out because, you know, the mice will get to it. Smaller the trailer, the quicker they turn. We'll just leave that right there. All right, I need to get back to work. Well, I was working, right? I mean, feeding the livestock on the farm is part of the job. Didn't even get a headland done on the field yet before I thought about the birds, but I wasn't thinking about feeding them right off. At least now we know where the eggs spawn. But if the birds were to die, I mean, it wouldn't be financially, it wouldn't be the worst thing on the farm. They're not that expensive. And really, we just got the birds there just to try it out here in American Falls. And of course, just to have chickens and ducks on the farm is kind of fun. And as I said before, I want the series to be like a really relaxing series. I keep saying I want it to be a fun series. I have fun on most of my series anyways. Oceanside Forest grew on me a little bit, but I'm getting back into it. I think it's because I was cutting down a lot of trees in between episodes and it was getting to me. But taking the break off as I did, I can feel myself getting back into the swing of things because, I don't know, maybe I can see the light at the end of the tunnel coming. At least I hope so. Yeah, well, if you haven't seen yesterday's episode, I was ready to say, was that episode been out yet? Yeah, yesterday's episode, we finished the harvest in the farmyard field, and I was a little disappointed in the yield that we got off that field this year, but it is what it is. And there should be an Oceanside Forest episode for tomorrow, at least that's my plan. I know a lot of people do love that series, but it's gotten to be just cut down trees again and plant and harvest. Yeah, so it may be a little bit quicker to plant this field this year. I mean, we're going at 11 miles an hour pretty much most of the time. So rather than the 4 or 5 miles an hour that it was last time. I'm hoping some contracts do come up so I can do maybe a few in between episodes. I want to get my money back over 100,000. But I'm guessing all the plowing jobs would have been done last season. I can't see any plowing jobs being done now because planting was last fall and early spring. So fertilizing contracts is what I'll be looking for, I guess. I just kind of expect a little bit, though, now that I bought the header for the combine. Probably like in an hour or two, I'll get the tractor I was looking for a price I could afford it. But, like I said, I'll just sell the greenhouses and find a contract here or there if I need to. I'll find a way to make the money if it's that close. Once I get the second headland done, then I can just go up and down the field. We don't need the beacons on anymore. We're all set there. Oh, I was going to get out and see see what the crop rotation was, but we're not doing crop rotation on this map. And once again, we will have to take care of the weeds next month. And I will also go down to the wheat field. The wheat field does not have weeds into it, but I do need to spray it just real quickly, just so our environmental score goes up on that. We just gotta let the field know that we did spray for weeds, even though there are none. Yeah, I probably should have plowed this field. Only because these stalks are kind of high, and I've been told that a direct drill really wouldn't be able to handle the stalks being that high. But let me come over to here, and now we can just start going up and down the field. And by the time August rolls around, this crop should be ready for harvest. Alright, so it's 9:33. Hopefully I can get this done, let's say within 20 minutes or so.
Now that I'm looking back, I can see all the signs I tried to fill in the cracks that were spread in my mind, but I was all out of hope, lost in an endless maze. The emptiness had unfolded just like a void, but you broke the coldness somehow and lit up a flame. And ooh, I was done feeling hopeless, screamed out loud because it felt impossible in my bones, like getting blood out of the stone on my own. But you came around and removed the thorn in my soul. You guided me out of the storm. I found home in your arms of gold, in your arms of gold, in your arms of gold. It's funny how easily a life can be torn apart. Why couldn't I simply see that I was sick at heart and I am in deep debt? The climb we did was unreal. You made me so speechless. I just can't believe it. You broke the coldness somehow and lit up a flame. And ooh, I was my own enemy, screamed out loud because it felt impossible in my bones, like getting blood out of the stone on my own. But you came around and removed the thorn in my soul. You guided me out of the storm. I found home in your arms of gold, in your arms of gold, in your arms of gold. I rise from the ashes with pins and patches. We carry on. I rise from the ashes. I heal from your passion. My doubts are gone.
Well, at least I wasn't too far off with the time. I said about 20 minutes to get the rest of the field done, and we are exactly at 20 minutes. But definitely, as we can see, we definitely do need a tractor with a little bit more horses underneath the hood. Yeah, we're struggling even with the Porsche Pronto hauling this uphill. We're back down to the 4 or 5 miles an hour in some areas. Most of the time it was down to 6. Downhill, not a problem though. It's the uphill part where the Landini is not liking it too much, but we are just about done. And it's the only field that we got to plant this year. The other field probably wouldn't be a problem at all because that field is relatively flat. And yes, I could plant this field side to side. Probably make it just a little bit easier. But the one thing I was noticing when I was planting, I was wondering, do I own these trees over here? Just for future reference, I could always take these trees down and expand the field. Give us some more farmland. More farmland, more crops. So I'll have a look at that in just a moment. And we got the whole field done with the seed and fertilizer that we filled up with, which is nice. But now we have our field of oats. And all of this will be made into flour. The wheat harvest will mostly be made into flour. I'll probably keep about 10,000 liters or so. Gotta double check what the birds say. I think the birds now say like 8,000 liters a year they need. So I try to keep this a little bit extra just in case. As we struggle to go uphill. So we got ourselves a combine, we got ourselves a header. A trailer wouldn't be bad, but definitely the next thing, I keep saying the next thing on my list, but it's kind of a little bit like Goldcrest Valley right now. with the money situation, not the money situation, but since we don't have the money to buy new stuff, we kind of got to take advantage of the stuff that comes up for sale currently. In the future, of course, we can trade in some of the stuff that we're buying used and upgrade it to better equipment. Perfect. All right, let's go back to the farm. We'll unload this and we'll just return it back to the store, which is kind of convenient around here because they just come pick it up like magic. Oh yeah, so I do want to see, while I'm here, let's see, yearly food, oh, they only want 5,000 per year. Okay. This is going to take a second to reset itself, but their health should start going back up. Farmland. Let's see, we are over here. So I do own those trees, and I own a good amount on this side as well. So we could take that road that shoots straight across from our entryway to the farmyard. I could move it over some and expand this field a little bit more. I'll do that for next year, since we already got the field planted. But I want to expand the other field as well a little bit, I think. I got to double check on that down there. I made a hip shot decision when I was down there taking care of the field last episode. I was thinking I got room to do so, to expand it just a little bit. But I also I want to make sure I leave myself some room to turn around in the field, or at the edge of the fields as well. So right now we're putting our extra pallets in here. Hopefully we got room to do so. That is everything. So now we can just come in here. Actually, let me double check on the contracts. I don't know if I want to use my drill anyways. A couple more fertilizing contracts, so nothing that's too exciting right there. But money is money. Let me go here and we'll return this. There we go. So the drill is all returned. And we'll take care of our wheat and oat field in the month of April by spraying for weeds. But for now, actually, you know what? I may just go ahead and use the Landini because the Valtra does have narrow tires on it. And I'm kind of full, so it may seem counterproductive here, but I am going to fill this up, which will probably cost me almost the same amount of money as I'm going to get for fertilizing these two fields. But I won't use as much as I just filled it up with. Let me go ahead and accept those two. They should be close to one another, but then again, maybe not. 31 and 36. Where are 31 and 36? There's 33. There's 32. There's 36. I think that's the field I cultivated a couple episodes ago. 31. Wait, is that down? Yeah, it's right down here across from the store. So a couple, I mean, it's not going to take me too long with a 42 meter wide fertilizer spreader to take care of those. But let me just go ahead and park this right here. I'll take care of those in between episodes. In here, I am back up to 45,000 liters of silage. Am I almost done? Are we almost through the grass here? Actually, we are. So I can go ahead and deactivate that. But also in April, our grass field will be ready to be cut. So this will be going once again. The price of silage right now. Silage. I mean, you look at, I mean, I could get $8,600 for it. If I sold it right now, I'd get $82, so $400. Maybe I should sell that. I'll think about that, but I'll probably end up selling it just to have the money there. Yeah, I could have taken that fertilizer there, which was kind of dumb. But let's come over here and just say hello to the birds and apologize to them to not feeding them in time. I'm going to feed them every month now because, as we can see, they can't go 2 full months. So hopefully I can remember every month to feed them. But so far they're all set. We got a few eggs here, but like I said, we're not too concerned about it. There's Ronnie the rooster. I don't know which one the male duck is going to be. I mean, the male ducks are usually the more colorful ones, but the problem is we got a couple of them that are really colorful. So it's hard to tell the male duck apart from all the females. But so be it. They're taking care of all the insects over here. and they'll be just fine. Ooh, a little bit of mud there. Don't want to be... Well, my work boots should be able to handle the mud, right? Should be all set. But there is the month of March. Let me just double check for... Yeah, that's the Landini, which I can't believe they're trying to sell a Landini that I currently have. If I had the money, I'm not sure if I even would have bought the T9 New Holland. Not that I don't mind that, but we actually had it on Goldcrest Valley, and really that is oversized for what we want to do here. So, yeah, not really preferable there. So, I mean, yeah, we'll see what comes up for sale later on. Never know. Like the header, which I got to go down and get as well. Maybe when I get done fertilizing, yeah, that's what I can do. When I get done fertilizing the field down by the store, I'll put the spreader on the front of the Landini, and I can hook up the header to the back of the Landini and bring it on back to the farm. I probably should just put down a toolbox around here. Let me go ahead and do that. Just so we have something here to help fix our... Do I even have the toolbox installed? Is that under tools or is that under containers? I don't think I got the toolbox mod activated. Yeah, I don't see it. So the toolbox is basically as it sounds like if you've never seen it. It's just a little toolbox, but I can pull up to the toolbox. We can repair and, you know, fix our equipment. I think we can even customize it as well. I eventually may get the field service trailer like we're using in Oceanside Forest, but I'm not sure if I'm going to need it because these fields aren't as big as Oceanside Forest, so I can probably get the fields done and bring equipment back to fuel it on up, which we do got a fuel canister down here. I just got to buy fuel and put it in it, which you can buy right at the pump in case you have not used it. I think the trigger is right here. And we can buy diesel. And can I... Oh, you can. You can buy it in certain amounts. I may just put 5,000 liters into it, and because I'll definitely go through the fuel that way. But yeah, I need a place to repair rather than going down to the store all the time to get it done. But anyways, that's where we're going to wrap it up for today, guys. Hopefully you guys did enjoy the episode. I do appreciate you watching as always. I'll catch you again right here in American Falls. But until then, have a good one.